Can I choose where it records to?
Meeting is being recorded.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Yes. The account owner can also watch this recording if it's stored in a cloud. Yada yada yada. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
It's just
so
asking me
now,
if I was okay with the recording.
oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Fucking Boz on the Discord's like, does anyone know why 13 is C? Hop in the Zoom call.
Hop in
We'll
the,
go
hop in
over
the
it.
chat, dude. Like,
Yeah,
what-
we're literally hop in the Zoom call and
Yeah,
we'll
so I'm
get
like-
to it. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Let me start streaming my screen here. Share screen, screen 1. All right, can you guys see my screen here? Is everything good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so pretty straightforward with this one here. One thing that I found, a little note that I had is that when so this is everything in here is within our main function, but we have various static void kind of like, I don't want to say classes because they're all within the main. But the way I look at this is that this print name has 3 different conditions inside of it. Juan, 429, and 19. And the only one that matches up is going to be this one right here, which is why the answer on this one is going to be A. Just kind of like how he said. Hop in, we got, admit, there we go. Now people are joining. There you go. Got 5 participants, someone in the waiting room. Okay.
Okay.
One makes sense.
You're saying that because
Hold on, you're cutting out for me. Can you say it again?
okay, so wait, you're saying that because it's the
Maybe I can, hold on. Let me try copying this, pasting it. Oh, wait, I can't show you that. Okay, there we go.
It's like cut off. We didn't really see it anyways.
Okay,
It's
that's
gonna be
good.
under
What
recording.
was
You should
that?
pretty much share
So
it.
you're fine. You're fine. I was just asking if you can
Oh,
maybe
God.
like explain it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Keep track.
Okay, so if you look, okay, so within this main class, we have the public static main. This is like our main function right here, right? And what happens is that what happens is we have various other, well, they're called methods. You know, we have the method print name, the method print name, the method print name. These are all static void, which is normal.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when we are calling a function, the compiler doesn't only just look at the name, but it also looks at what's inside of it. So here we're passing a string, which is Juan. We're passing an integer, which is 429, and then another integer, which is 19, right? So what happens is the compiler is going to grab this, is going to go, okay, print name. I mean, this one's also print name, but we're passing a string and one other integer. Does that make sense? And so this doesn't, like, what happens to the 19, you know, that doesn't go through. So then we go to the next one, print name, but this one only has an integer. So that one doesn't work either, you know. And then we come down here and we look, print name, it says string name. There's a string, there's an integer, there's another integer. So then it prints out all of those things. And that's why it's A. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, because the last one has the name ID, the integer ID, and then the other integer ID, which is age. And okay, yeah, it's all laid out for it to okay, I see.
Yeah. All right. Anyone else any questions? All right. Let me make sure that I don't have anyone waiting. Okay. So next one here, we have a public class student. And then we get private, double my GPA, private, integer, my credits. I'm gonna be honest, I hate the whole private class thing, you know, or private variable thing. So let me see. Let me look at this for a second. Let me give me a quick second here. So public void increase credits. Okay. So this is kind of set up a little bit differently. We have our main function, or I'm sorry, method. When I say function, think of method. I think
Yeah.
it's C a lot, you know.
You're good.
So yeah, so here we have our main method, and we create a student class, S. So then what it looks like is it says S set credits 6. So we're taking the student and then we're going to set credits. So we're setting credits.
Yeah, really quickly.
Manager
Is this gonna be recorded?
It's being recorded right now.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah.
You're not-
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna figure out how to upload this later.
Worst
'Cause
case
my-
scenario. Worst case scenario, you could just upload it to YouTube as
Oh,
like an
that's-
unlisted link.
That's true. That's true. Okay, yeah, I might do that because my drive is full. So
Yeah. I'm
anyway,
only asking because
yeah.
yeah,
what do we don't understand something right now?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Like, want to be able to go back and yeah.
Yeah, I totally get that. Okay, so with
Alright.
this here, the way I'm thinking about it is that this is private. So the way this is going to work is you have set credits. So we're dropping in the student class, we're dropping the value 6 into set credits, which sets my credits equal to who's that? Who's talking?
That's Zara. I'm sorry. I just
Oh.
hopped on.
Oh no, you're
Oh,
good.
okay, good.
Alrighty, so then it sets my credits value to 6, and then it says, then we go to the next, we return back to the main method. We say student increase credits 12. So then we're coming in here, we're going to increase credits and dropping into amount. So we're grabbing the value 6 from the my credits and adding it to 12, and that's going to be the new amount here. And then that is going to be now the my
you gonna
credits is
record
holding the
this?
value 12. It is recording. It's recording.
Okay, good. I was about to say because I don't. All right, I'm looking at it now. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Is it-
And
here,
then you
here's,
look at it, and then you're gonna look at it later and be like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
here's what
So
we'll
should we
do.
like? Is there a way to like type that in the chat? Because I feel like if people join, they're gonna keep asking that. You know. Like,
Maybe,
and I
yeah.
mean, it's a valid question. You know, but yeah.
All right, here, let's see. I'll
Okay.
I just typed it in chat,
yeah.
just like for anyone who joins, because I gotta go in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're good. I always draw this stuff out. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm
So here's how
glad
it's gonna
this
go.
is being
So
recorded.
of course. So we're starting in this main method. This is our main, I think of it as the main bubble because it's all within this, holy shit. All within this
I already
main
know
bubble
the
here.
answer. Shit.
All right, yeah. Okay, so we all understand that it's
E.
18.
Yeah.
All right, valid. Okay.
But why though? Real quick.
Why though?
Yeah, that's the okay. So like what you were saying is that the set credits is at 6, and then the set credits increase is 12. So with the public void increase credits, where like
Right.
why does it say plus amount? Where does that variable where it is declared to be like 12?
My
Amount.
credits. Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, amount is derived from here. So when you called increase credits, this 12 is put into the amounts. And then,
okay.
so this is 6 plus 12 right here. And then it updates the my credits value.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works there. All right. Anyway, delete that screenshot. Next, number 3. Can you guys read this good? It's not too small. Okay. Public integer square class. So we have one class test, public static main. Okay. Wow, this one's a little complicated. Main unit test object. So we're creating a test object variable, creating a new one. So if the test object square, so if we pass 3 into this value,
Says if 3
Not
is
equal
not
9.
equal to 9.
yeah,
I think I know the answer to this too.
that one's going to be, it's going to print error square 3. And then
Okay,
it's
let's-
going to print,
It says return value
Oh, I think I know
times
what it
1.
is.
So 3 times 1 not equal to 9. So it'll print out. I think it's B.
Yeah, because
yeah,
I think it just
'cause-
immediately ignores the second if condition.
yeah, because
Yeah, and
this
it
one right
says
here,
if
it's gonna
one.
be 1, yeah. Because
Right,
1 times
and
1
then-
is 1.
Right. And
That's
then
gonna
go
be
one
negative
not one and then test complete.
Yeah, it just doesn't show up in the recording. That's a negative. So it's a -1.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
I
then
can't.
it-
It's so faded. I remember this day. I was going over with the tutor. I couldn't even see it. But the
Yeah,
space kind of shows.
and then it prints out test complete. So the answer for this is B right here. Yeah. Number 4, we got class simple car, private integer odometer. Oh, great, this one. Okay, so here's our main function right here. So we're gonna create a simple car. We're gonna call it the Ford Fusion. That's our new car. And then we have another simple car, Honda Accord. Now what was kind of throwing me off in this one was that it seemed like both of them were. I have in my notes here that we said the show odometer is not a method nor a constructor. So what we did here, so this is 30. So we're setting the simple car value, which is the odometer here, to 30 for the Honda. And then we're setting the Ford equal to the Honda. So they're both
It's-
have the value 30.
Yeah.
Isn't it none of the above, right?
Yeah.
120. It doesn't equal.
Oh yeah, because it would be, it's 30 and then it's a drive it
Mm-hmm.
100
100.
miles. So that goes to drive odometer, which is 30 plus 100, 130. And
Mhm.
then because these are both equal, we then drive it another 20, which would make it 150. And then when you print Ford Fusion, that's not going to be any of them. I'm going to be honest. I thought that he like messed up on writing this question. And you remember how he told us like, oh, like I like having none of the above because if I mess up, I could just say it's that.
Yeah. And I believe them too.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Okay, so basically with this one, okay,
Oh, I
so
remember
we
this
do have
one.
the weapon.
Go ahead
Sorry,
if you want to. Someone else can talk it through. It's okay. That's
No. I like to talk it through, so like at least kind of, step by step, because I'm kind of stupid.
Relatable.
Okay, so basically, with the public simple car being 0, and then like going down to the next function of printing the odometer. The reason why we were saying it was 30 is because the Honda Accord and new simple is 30. So is that why like the odometer would equal to miles? So if it's 30, would that then mean it's like 30 miles or like?
The odometer here. Oh, sorry. Number 4. Here, I'm a visual person, so let's do this again.
Okay.
So Ford Fusions creates simple car. So I'm just gonna write. I'm gonna write FF for Ford Fusion. Value in there right now. It's just kind of like null. There's nothing in there. Then there's the Honda Accord. It's probably not null. It's just it doesn't have a value, so I'm writing null.
Yeah.
Honda
So if it doesn't
Accord.
if it doesn't have a value, what is it? Just not
It's just-
initiated.
If you
Yes,
printed
sir.
this, yeah, if you printed something that doesn't have a value, it'll probably just print garbage.
So
That's
it's
the
just
thing.
not initiated.
This will just be like whatever. We'll just leave this blank like this. Okay. So what happens is this right here set the odometer value of the Honda Accord to 30. Then we set Ford Fusion equal to the Honda. So the Ford Fusion stores the value of the Honda Accord in here, which is 30.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you drive the Honda Accord 100 miles. So this is calling the drive function right here. which so 100 miles plus the 30 on the odometer, that's going to make the new value in the Honda Accord. Oh, I can actually just go like this. 130.
Okay.
Right? Then we're going to say
Yeah.
Ford Fusion drives 20. Drive gets dropped into the drive function. And then you're taking the value. Okay, what's my value? Honda Accord, 130. And then it's going to say 130, pass it through. We're going to add 20 to it. So then the value of the Honda Accord, or at this point, it's just going to be 150. So when you print this, it'll be 150.
I understand. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, I was looking in the wrong spot. I didn't see the two values being equal to one another, like right below. It's like I see all these letters and it turns into mess to me, you know, so I just completely looked over it, but that makes sense. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so it can be a lot sometimes, you know.
Can y'all like DM me or ping me when y'all post this up? I gotta go to work real quick.
Oh yeah, go for it, man.
Okay.
All right, thank you, man. Thank you for doing this, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. So that's number 4.
Yeah,
number 5.
Yeah.
Sorry, say again.
Oh no,
can't see
nothing.
your
I'm
Oh,
Go
you're good.
ahead.
Okay. Alrighty. On public class main, item count. So we got item, public static, and count.
I would start off with the item dot count equal 1. That has no purpose at all.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. I actually, when I spoke to the tutor, Nestor, he told me the teacher likes to put in like random tricks in our tests that we might see. He might just put it in there, but doesn't have nothing to do with the program. So even though it has item equal to 1, that has nothing to do. We only have to focus on class item, which is showing us the purpose of each item. So if you look at the new item jar, and then also what is the other one? Ball. So it's like adding 1 each time. So it would be C.
Oh my gosh. What a load of baloney.
I know.
Yeah,
I thought I was
that's
so
annoying.
bad. I was like, this guy. I picked 1 and it was wrong. What you think it's supposed to do, you're right the first time.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, because this one so this we ignore here. This is number 5. Yeah. For number 5, I have
Are you
C
sharing
as
your
the answer. Say again?
Are you sharing your screen? I can't see anything.
You can't see my screen?
Or I'll say I can see the screen.
I've been streaming my screen since the beginning, man.
No. I totally was seeing it then. It just now went away.
Oh, it went away.
It just now went away. Let me see. It's probably a me thing. It's cool.
That's fair. Let me know if anything I could like stop and then restart it or something. I don't know.
I got you. I might just reload.
All right, yeah, try that. Yeah, because the answer for this I have is C, so it goes that. So it goes. So wait. Okay, now I'm confused. Wait, the value for this.
Wrote it down. I'm about to find it real quick.
Yeah, because what I have here is that it says the item. For my notes, I say item count just keeps incrementing, printing 3. Cannot use the class name to access non-static stuff. So if count wasn't static, the fuck is count? This one? So if count wasn't static, then there would be an error on item count 1. Line. Oh, wait a minute. If count.
Oh no, I stay here.
Okay, hold on. If count wasn't static. Whoa. Okay, to the public static main void count static. This right here. This is what we're talking about. So in my notes I have, if it wasn't static, then there would be an error for when we're calling this up here. So I think that's where it changes a little bit. Apparently this being static says, okay, count 1, put into the static value, I guess. Well, the equals 1 doesn't do anything. It's just like you just incremented. I think I'm assuming that we've just incremented it once, whether it's equal to 1 or not. Nothing is getting passed through, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So
It has no purpose. I'm saying it's saying it equals 1, and then it shows you like system, like it's showing you how it prints on the screen like item count, but doesn't equal 1. It's going based off
I
what
understand.
it's supposed to do, which is, you know, keep adding 1.
Yeah.
So it's like 1 plus 1, now it's 2, now plus
Mhm.
1 again is 3. That's how I figured it out. So don't look at that because I made that mistake.
Okay, yeah. So that's why our answer here would be C, because we just increment it once, twice, 3 times. The equaling 1 doesn't do anything. And then you print it
Right.
out. Item
But it's
dot.
already adding 1. Like how I think about it is it's already like adding 1. So when you said the new like jar for the new item, it's like 1, then now that's 1 as well. Now it's 2.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay.
Oh, okay. So it'll increase them 1,
Yeah,
and then
like
on the
think of
next
it as
item
if
ball.
you're already adding 1.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of redundant, to be honest, to have it equal to 1. Yeah. Okay. Next question, number 6. Kitchen appliances. Great.
So
Kitchen
apparently it does
appliance.
matter. I just plugged it in and I removed the equals 1 and the answer was 2.
Really now?
Yeah, I just
Well,
plugged it in.
Well, shit. Okay.
I just had to make sure.
Yeah. How are you able? Did you type it all out? Because every time I copy and paste, it does this.
Yeah, I had to like.
No, you have to
It took
fix
a while.
it.
It
Like-
took a minute.
Yeah, on the last
Yeah.
test I did is if you fix this, like you have to kind of fix it. It like when you print it, it won't do it, but you have to like go through and individually change things so the code can run normally.
That's annoying.
It is
Okay.
annoying. And I was mad the entire time.
Yeah, so it looks like we have to. Well, if you just tested it, the equals 1 does change something. I guess that kind of makes sense. This is a static value. Okay. My thought process was just the equals 1 doesn't do anything, but we're calling the item so that increments it. So it's set to 1 anyways. So I guess that's why the way I thought of it just kind of worked out as well. But if equaling it to 1 does do something, then this makes sense.
Right, because if you, yeah, I was gonna say, if you think about it, the purpose of it is adding 1. You know, when you increment, you're adding 1. So the purpose of each time it's like 1, 1. So now it's 2, 3. At first I said the same thing, but then he told me it has no purpose. This doesn't mean anything. He's gonna be doing tricks like that on the test. So
Dang.
you gotta get used to it now.
Yeah, I
Let
guess.
me plug in. I'm pretty sure it matters though. Like when I delete it, it changes to 2. Let me plug it
Get
in
out.
as. Let me plug it in as 2, starting equals 2, and let's see if that makes 4. Yeah, it equals 4, so it does matter.
Interesting.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
So, like,
Okay.
So then, okay, now I'm a little more confused. So why does it equal C?
Why is it C3?
Yeah, why is it 3?
So the way I'm
Because it
Wait.
starts at 1 and it adds 2 items.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. Like it'll add the item guard and item ball and it'll be 3, but yeah, I could be completely fucking wrong.
How I'm thinking of it is like, as long as it's equal to 1, like that's the only number is gonna equal 2, I guess. Now I gotta think of it from another way.
here's how I think of it, right? We got a box, right? The box is the is item, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're putting things inside of this box and we're going to count the box as an item, right? So then it's
Yeah.
equal to 1. We already have 1 item. And then we put a jar inside of our box. That's 2. We put a ball inside of the box. That's 3. And then we print that bit
Mhm.
out. And then you get 3.
Yo, wait, I actually really like that because if he put in 2 and it was 4, then the item count was 2, and then he added the 2 extra items. Fuck it, that's how we're doing it. That's how we're gonna think about it from now on. Because that makes sense.
That's exactly how it works. Yeah.
Actually,
Okay.
really helped.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Number 6, kitchen appliances. So protected methods.
So I put in 3
methods.
and I got 5.
For the
Yeah, that makes
5?
sense because it's
Okay.
3 and then 2 extra things were put in, so it's 5.
Oh
So
yeah,
if
that's
you
what I
put in
meant. Oh, I
4
thought you meant each item is counted as 2. I'm like, nah, that's not.
Nah, no,
Okay,
no,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
not what he meant.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I have for this. According to this right here, the answer is, here's what I'm gonna type it here so you guys can
I
see.
think the answer is C, right?
C with an asterisk, because the asterisk is, and we talked about this in class, the name should say blender. And then use should be blends food. Blends. Why does that look like that? Is that how blends is spelled? No. Blends food. I'm an engineering major, not an English major. So it's C, but he mistyped a few things on C. So it's not, but it also is. The difference with the
C.
use is that he's missing the S right here on the blends.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And then the name should say blender, not my mixer. So that's that.
Yeah,
Um,
they definitely pointed that out. That's true. It was supposed to say my mixer. That's true.
Yeah. And so with this, let's see. Let's just kind of talk through it here because we have class 1, kitchen appliances protected, public void, set details. So this is all others. Where's here's the main method. I couldn't find it. Okay. So blender. So here's what we're gonna do. I gotta draw this out.
It's supposed to say blender.
Yeah. Here you go. If you guys want to, I don't know how to better do this. So Blender MX company, we're creating a new Blender. So this right here drops into the extended class right here. So MX company is dropped in here. And then we're going to set the details of MX company. It's going to be dropped. So MX company is dropped into set details. So that this blender string is going to be dropped right in there. And then blends food dropped right in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the name is set to blender. The use is set to, so app name blender, app use blends food. And then we set the price. So MX set price. So that is going to be printing. No. Here it is, set price. So MX dot set price. We call this little method in here. It's not really a method, but app price is equal to 145.99. And then you go to print details, which prints, it goes to super print details. So the first thing that we print is this up here. So it's going to go, this is going to run up here. So, and it prints the name, and then the use, and then when it finishes with this right here, we go back down, system out, price. And that's why you get kind of C.
So what is basically, so what is it really saying? It's saying like, instead of saying name my blender, say my blender or blender.
Yeah, so this is how C is written. C should be kind of like this instead. It should be, so it should go name, blender, use, blends, food, And then price is 145.99. That's how it should be.
Mm,
But
no.
the thing is, like he said, he forgot to put none of the above. So he couldn't. Oh shit, Neil's waiting to join. I'm sorry, Neil. Hold on. I didn't see him waiting. Okay, yeah, got you in. Yeah, sorry to keep you waiting, Neil. I didn't see you pop in. So does number 6 make sense for you guys?
I'm good. I wasn't waiting that long.
Okay,
6
that's
makes
good.
sense.
All right, 6 makes sense. That's what this is. Java's a lot of jumping around, you know.
Yeah, I see. But it seems really easy to use. Like to me, what helped me with this questions, I just looked at the printouts. Like it kind of already makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Just
Okay,
look
so
at that. What's printing out on the screen, you kind of would just know.
true. So for me, something that I'm gonna want to look up, practice list. For me, I'm gonna say I'm needing to practice abstract methods and protected classes. Because that right there, I'm a little shaky on it, I feel like. Because he said something about protected classes, but I'm not too sure. Anyway, number 7.
Mhm.
So we have our main method at the top, which is nice. We love to see it. If we look here, void main, vehicle. So we create a new vehicle, fast boat. And what we did here was when we set it, we immediately dropped it into the extended class. So fast boat, we come in here and then we print it. And this right here should, oh, I don't have an answer written for it. If the boat has print only, then it won't work. Vehicle fastener is referencing a boat, not a vehicle. A sign is also fun. So this right, so I have in my notes, he told us in class, this right here is a form of typecasting. Because it is referencing a boat, not a vehicle. So it can
Right.
only be done in instances of inheritance. So when we do have like this right here extends, you can do
Right.
this. If we go to fastboat print, it's going to print. I'm gonna go with boat.
Same. I'm feeling boat too, but I don't know why that just doesn't. That seems a
Yeah.
little too simple.
Yeah, but here's one thing that I do. Yeah, it does seem too simple, doesn't it? All right,
That's
public
why.
stand.
That's
got
my
boat
issue when I take
also.
his test.
You got
That's why I'm
boat?
like, I'm scared. It's boat.
It's someone said it's boat. Who is that?
I just said boat because the other
Yeah,
guy
that's pretty
said
good.
boat.
All right, you know what? Here's what we'll do then. We'll type this shit out. Come on, snap. There we go. I got 2 monitors, so it likes to be annoying sometimes. This drops right there. So we could just do.
I mean, wait a minute though. Wouldn't it be vehicle? Because like, hold on. I'm saying vehicle is calling from vehicle equal new boat. That's a whole new name. And it says fast boat print. Might be vehicle. I'm going with that.
That doesn't like that. Why isn't it like that? The fuck? Bro, I can't even establish a main function. Okay, let's try this. Wait, public class. Oh, wait a minute. I think I'm being
I
dumb.
think that's because you're trying to write a class inside of the main inside
Yeah,
of the
that's
class.
true. Let's do this. Vehicle, fast boat equals new boat. Oh my God. Okay. Fast boat dot print. And then that's 2 there. Class, vehicle, public, void print. System dot out dot and ln vehicle. And we go outside of this. Public void Print.
I really hate the fact that this space is out. Like you can't really copy and paste and go about your day.
Yeah, it's.
He's so miserable.
Oh man.
Right.
Okay. Why isn't that having fun in syntax? Oh, oops. Okay. Now what's going on here? Why don't you like it? Oh, unused import. Hey, boat. Okay.
It was both. All right.
It's boat. So what I have written in my
Why?
notes, I think it's because think of it like this, right? We have typecasted fast boat as being within the boat method. So when we call fast boat and say, hey, print, like we're doing it all within this method down here. If we had it within, yeah, if we hadn't,
if it said vehicle, like if that said vehicle instead of boat, it would print out vehicle.
that's what I'm thinking. We do touch on that later. I'm gonna write this down. That'll be because what I have here in my notes as well, it says code won't run if vehicle doesn't have the print statement because the FSAT boat, oh, that's supposed to say fast. Oops. Because the fast boat is a reference to the vehicle. So if I were to comment this out and then run it, that should, what the fuck? Okay. Never. Maybe not then. Interesting. Okay, ignore what I just said. 'Cause that's
Try
it's
to change
supposed
it
to.
to like, let me see. Oh wait, yeah, I want to say do that.
Yeah.
Okay, you did.
I hate it when I try to make this stuff make sense and then I do it and it's like, oh, I guess I was completely off. Like,
Yeah. Think of it like this, right? So you got someone, right? And here his name is gonna be Fast Boat, right?
Okay.
Or here, actually, let's do this. I'm gonna make it Mike, right? And then this is how I want you to think of it. This is how I'm thinking of it. So his name is Mike and his last name is like what's his last name? Hawk. There we go. Okay. So what happens is the vehicle class right here. So the vehicle class is going to print his first name, right? So think of this as his first name. And then this class right here is going to print out. So class Hawk. So when you say, so right here, I'm saying, okay, you meet Mike. And you know how you call people by their last name sometimes?
Yeah.
You know, you'll be like, hey, Hawk, you know? So here I'm saying, we're looking at Mike. So I'm calling him by Hawk. And I say, hey, let's print Mike's name. So instead of saying Mike's name, you just say Hawk. Hey, Hawk, you know, come over here. You know? Although that doesn't make too much sense, but like just think of it like right here, because we've made it boat, we've typecasted it, we're defaulting to the boat method. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Yeah, that wasn't the best explanation, but I saw the opportunity of a dick joke.
Wait, okay, I get what you're saying. So like that the new boat method is basically the same, essentially the boat method on the bottom that extends the vehicle or class of boat, whatever. So we're just gonna skip over that because that's just another way of referring to that print, that new.
Yes, because we've typecasted it here. So we've said fast boat is not only a vehicle, but it's a boat. So then when we say, hey, let's print out the fast boat, you're not gonna, if I ask you, what are you driving? You don't say a vehicle, you're gonna say, oh, it's a boat. Because I said it's a boat right here, you know?
Yeah, valid. So it's B then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it as just boat, like where it states where it's coming from. It's coming from that method. It's saying like, you know, since it's equal to boat, that's what's gonna print whatever's in that method. So I would go based off that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like class boat, matching the name.
Yeah. So then we got that. Okay. So that was number 7.
Yeah, that was 7.
That was 7. Okay, number 8. Now number 8 is going to be a little bit
shit. Now let
Why
me
is-
see for
why
real.
does he gotta, now does he gotta do that? Okay. So number 8.
Right now, fuck, I'm mad too. Cause the hell is it B2? Shit.
Okay, so here's what I got, right? So on my notes, I have 2 things written. So it says vehicle class print statement is trying to pass through an integer.
Mhm.
And then I also just have code just doesn't run. I'm gonna here. Let's see if I can. I
Oh
shouldn't
my
have deleted all
God.
that.
Let's see that shit. Let me see.
Thank goodness.
Okay, yeah, vehicle does print only an integer. All right, I see where he's coming
Right.
from.
So there's a few changes we got to make to the code for this one. Pass boat equals boat, class, vehicle, public void print. So then here we're gonna try to pass through an integer I,
Mhm.
and then I think that's it. If I run this, yeah, that's not gonna run.
Well, it doesn't run. Yeah.
Problems, error, 6 items. Uh-oh.
I don't see how
Uh,
it would run regardless because int I really isn't doing anything.
So wait a minute, these are all on different things. Practice test is what I need. Here, line 7 and line 9. So line 9, what's wrong with this? So let's try something. Yeah, it doesn't like it.
Hmm.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay. No shot, bro. What? Okay. I think I understand this. So kind of like we were saying earlier where this is typecasted. Think of it
Mhm.
like, so in the last code that we had, we weren't trying to pass through an integer. This was just like this. So you want to look at the code as going something like this. Here's what we'll do. That's not what I wanted to do. Whiteboard. There we go. I don't want to Google white. Okay. So kind of like earlier, what was probably happening, or at least this is how I'm thinking of it. Fast boat is typecasted to be a boat class. So when we pass fast boat, or I'm sorry, when we print fast boat, we say, okay, fast boat, it's a vehicle, and an extended class of the boat of the vehicle class is boat, which then goes to printing boat right there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What happens, or what changes, is that when we come in here with the code and we say int x, right? Well, yeah, okay, x. We're just gonna go with x because I don't want to. We have that. What we get is,
Better put that shit like she said she would. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm driving.
no, you're good. This isn't gonna work because although it has to pass through the vehicle class, there's nothing to put into the code here, which means that nothing gets passed through. So you're hitting a wall, and then your code cannot go to boat and say, oh yeah, print boat or whatever. So instead what happens is it doesn't work. What would make it work is if I pass through a number. I'm going to put 69 here. And then if we run that, that prints vehicle, because what happens, holy shit. What happens here is that when I have the value 69, that gets dropped into here. But when it tries to pass to here, to the boat class, because this is typecasted as a boat, it says error, like you can't do that. So then it just erases our line, stays up here, prints vehicle. That's how I'm seeing it. That's my thought process. I don't know if it's right or what, but I feel like
Wait,
it-
what?
Wait, so-
What happens
wait,
if
so
you
when
don't
you-
pass a number?
this is what
Yeah.
happens if I pass a number. It prints vehicle.
No. If you don't pass a number.
If I don't pass a number, Java gives me an error here, and then it doesn't run.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what I was trying. to
Wait,
figure
so can it be any number? Like any number that'll make it print vehicle?
I'm pretty sure. Unless that's too big a number. Is that too big a number?
Yeah,
It's out of the
thing I
inst
could ever
range.
see- Yeah, it just can't be too big.
Doo-doo-doo-doo. Perfect. Continue. There's so many damn pop-ups. Yep. Vehicle. You know, so yeah, so as long as you pass that through.
So as
So
long
it
as you
prints
just put
vehicle?
like
Sorry, go ahead.
so as long as you just put like a number where int I is, it'll just print the vehicle.
Yeah, now, okay, let's try something else here. Int.
Right, because I'm
X.
stuck.
So if we do that,
Mhm.
it's okay if it contains obsolete methods. Boom. That prints boat. So here's the different version of it. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Come on. Okay. So in this instance, we're getting this number. We check it. Drops into vehicle, gets checked here. Then we say, wait a minute, this is typecasted as a boat value. Checks down here, goes to the extended class. We can see we're passing through an integer value here again, which means that we're going to type, it's going to print out boat. Does that make sense? See, because it did it right here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Alrighty. And I don't hear any objections, so I think we're pretty okay. Okay, that was 8.
So what was 7? I mean 8. Is none of the above?
8 is, yeah, none of the above. Because the
Mm.
way he has it written,
Mhm.
this right here, you're not passing any value through. So
Right.
that's
'Cause
gonna
it's the only one. Okay.
exactly. Think of it like that SpongeBob episode where they're like, "Tell me your name," and he goes, "My name," and they don't have a name, and then he like, you know, that one. Because
Yeah, I
this is your
remember that
saying,
episode.
Okay.
yeah, because you're saying, "Oh, what's the number?" and then it goes, "My number," and then it just like has a seizure, you know. So that's what happens there. Okay, and this one, public
That
class.
episode was wild. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was. Okay, let's see what we got. This one right here. Public class. So we have vast boat. Oh god, okay. So this creates, I want to say, which was this one? 9?
Yeah.
So 9, let me look at it.
Yeah.
So
Here, I got, this is number 8.
8, okay.
It's 8. Looking for the number.
Oh.
Anyway, okay. So public static void main. So we create a boat class, which you can do.
Equal to 2.
So yeah, so the answer for this number 9 is going to be A.
It looked like A.
Yeah,
'Cause it's a-
because yeah, I have it as vehicle class. Vehicle class has a turn statement No, it's a return statement. Vehicle class has a return statement that returns the vehicle name, and the boat has the return super dot to string,
Mhm.
which prints the vehicle name. So this right here prints the vehicle name.
Mhm.
Plus the number of engines. If there was no to string, then it would be something more like C is what I have written. But because of this right here, we're saying let's go to the super class,
Mhm.
and then we're going to go to the to string value, and we're returning the vehicle name. And that's how that works.
Okay, but like, what is with the he has where it says super two string? Why does he have like plus and just like an empty space? Because
This is for the sake of that's just for formatting. So let's see, maybe I can mess around with this a little bit. Let's see. If I do return
that way it's not number two.
vote, is that
I remember a question like that in a first exam, and it was like something just would come between those.
I'm pretty sure it's just like for space.
Yeah, like that's because in the first exam there were questions like that where it was like that would just something would just go between it.
Oh no, get out of there. All right. Oh, that doesn't like that. Oh, that's just not gonna. Okay, so this right here, I don't know how many of you guys have taken CS1, but you do something similar to this when you're dealing with like recursion. What this is that with return, usually within our codes, we'll have something that goes like here. I'll just do it right here. Okay, hold on. Maybe I can. Let's try something like this. Disposable. That's my donut code. In main. So this right here. Fucking CDIO.H. So right here, if I say like return, let's see if this works. That's not gonna work. Expected attribute. Okay, I thought I could quickly type something out, but that's a no, I don't think. Expected equals. What if I just say like really exposing myself here? Can't type a fucking main function. All right, anyway. With this instance, what this is usually you'll have something like return 1 in your code, and that's in the instance that like that says like, hey, like the code is done or whatever. But you can also add things onto the return. So I can say like return 1 plus a string, hey there, and then this would return like 1 or the thing, so in this instance right here, I'll kind of copy this here.
Okay.
Exactly. So what happens here is that within our return statement, wait, that's not what I'm looking to post. Hold on.
Oh, he gave it white space, so the 2 won't be so. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Like so it can be spaced out.
So yeah, this right here. This is calling this. So this returns vehicle name. And then this is just white space, and then this returns, I'll do that in a different color. This returns number of engines. Does that make sense for everyone?
Yeah, it does. I was gonna ask, like, what's with the system, the print statement, the fastboat? Is that just like to throw us off?
I was gonna say that too, but what really I caught it because it says fastboat dot set name, so that's why I went to Firebird because it's setting the name.
Are you talking about these two down here?
I got you. Yeah.
So this sets the name. This right here
It just prints, but there's no, it doesn't have no purpose.
Yeah, this is
for it.
just, yeah, this is just saying print. Hold on, fast. Hold on a second. Let me think of this. This right here.
Right.
This-
That's all I was like, I'm not gonna lie, it's a throw off real quick.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay. Let's do some drawing.
oh,
So boat, fast boat, new boat
oh,
2.
shit.
This is dropped into there. Right? So the number is 2. Right?
Mhm.
Then we go fast boat. Right? Fast boat dot set name is we're calling the set name method, which goes up here. So then this next one, why did I have to make these arches so big? It drops the name fast
No.
boat up here. So
Mhm.
vehicle name, that's going to be this right here. Then, okay, here's what we're going to do. This right here is saying we're going to run through and we're going to print the fast boat, like what that is, right? So there's no print statements up here. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. This is super called, this is typecasted as a boat. So if we come in here, we say, okay, there's no print statements here, but what we're returning is we're returning super.toString. So this right here is calling this right here. So here's what we're going to do. This is this. This is a white space. While the number of engines, this is this. So this is this, is this, is this. That one.
I said this.
I mean, I completely understand it. Like, if I'm being real, because the fast boat set name goes all the way back up to the return vehicle name, which goes back down to the return the string, and then the engine. Yeah, no, it makes sense. It's just funny to hear this is this.
It's just
I don't
it's a
want to say I
lot.
know it that well because I didn't do that good on the test. I was expecting it. I didn't think I did that, bro. Shit.
Oh no, I got absolutely cumpstered on the first test. Like,
Oh yeah, that
I
test
thought I
humbled
would do
me.
way better though. Like, damn, I didn't even think it was that hard.
yeah, I was like, I
Bro,
think I got
Make
like
sure I
I think I got like at
understand this
least like a 70 or an 80. I got 53 on that bitch
Same.
one.
yeah, bro. I got
I
like
was
a
like,
50.
what?
Yeah.
At least y'all made it to the
Yeah.
damn 50. Shit, I
I'm
was
talking to
like,
my
damn.
friends. I'm like, man, I
Relatable.
felt pretty good, bro. I don't know why I was feeling so good. I flunked it. Like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
I thought that shit was easy. I'm sad. I never failed a test I thought was simple. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and as I was on Rate My Professor, getting ready to write my review, I was like, maybe I should study 2 weeks.
So let me wait.
Okay, yeah. So with this, I think what causes this, because this is printing fast, but obviously, what makes
wait.
yeah, what's up?
Sorry, because it says fast boat. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't see that doesn't have any like parentheses or nothing, not parentheses, but like quotations. It says
Oh no,
fast
yeah.
boat.
So this right here, you're calling like a value. You're calling
Yeah,
the
you're
variable
calling it,
fast boat. So there's a
Mhm.
public string toString here, which is the only thing we can really print, I think. And yeah, that's the best thing. I could try typing all this out. Hold on, if we want. Let's see. Practice test, so we can just delete these. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna do. I personally like having the main on the top. Fucking fast boat equals new boat 2 fast boat dot set name Firebird.
Yeah, there's somebody in the queue. They messaged the group.
Oh, there he is. Admit, got him. No quotes. Fast boat. Oops. So that's right here. Did I spell that right? Vehicle. Wait, that's just a. What the fuck? Vehicle. Goal. Okay. Public void set name string name.
Hey, what question are you guys on?
This is 9.
9. All right, thank you.
Yeah. Then full name. Usually I'm pretty good at typing. I guess today is just not that day. Okay, almost done. Public string to string. Okay. Let's fuck around with this a little bit. Firebird 2. So this right here, if I were to come up to the main function, which is this up here, I'm just gonna, let's separate it like this. This right here, if I were to comment this out, that's not gonna print anything. Right? Because this right here, if I were to try to let's try fast boat dot. Can I do? Is this valid? Engines? It's not gonna like that. If it's not visible. Oh, I have to like do a whole fucking. Maybe I can do num. That's not gonna like that. Fastboat dot vehicle. Yeah, I think really it doesn't print because it doesn't have any kind of way of returning a value. You know, most of the things here are private. Everything's private. The number of engines, the vehicle name. You know, and so the only thing that isn't in this instance is this public string, which is meant, this right here is what's going to be returning your stuff. This prints to the screen. Because look, if I come in here and I say plus, and I'm going to add a string here, banana butt, and then I run it. Hey, we got to keep it interesting here, you know?
They definitely have to remember.
Oh, wait a minute. That's a mistake right there. Then we run it. My God. Banana butt. This prints twice because I have two system out statements. So, oh, actually, that kind of proves our point here. Yeah, I called it twice up here. So it's printed twice, and then it is using this return statement. Because all these things are doing here. Yeah, these are just setting values basically. And then this is returning it.
You're right. I'm sorry. I just see like you're right. Like I was like, what's the point of class? But that's that.
Yeah, and I can't do
twice.
the. Yep. And I can't do the two. I can't even call this method right here. So, yeah, this right here is what is most important. So that's why that is the way it is. And these arrows, I think, help it.
Okay, I see.
It's printing it twice. Yeah, fast boat equals Firebird.
Yep.
Firebird.
And then we could just keep it going. You know, we could fucking keep it printing. That's probably a terrible idea. You know, it's gonna defeat the purpose, but you know, oh well. Anyway, next question. We all clear?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
that made
good,
sense.
it's good.
I appreciate that.
Of course.
Question 10.
All right. Here we have class vehicle. Where's our main? Here's our main. Vehicle, my vehicle. So here we're typecasting. So we have it in terms of plane. So my vehicle, new plane. Then we go to my vehicle, drive. So that's going to go, because it's typecasted as a plane, we're going into the plane method, drive function, print out flying plane. That's what yep. And that answer is C.
What? Wait, what?
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, yeah, you're good. Yeah, I'll do this in the meantime.
Okay, so I'm thinking, all right. So you see vehicle, my vehicle.
I'm gonna be honest, it's probably good because if I don't know, I'm gonna say what, and I'm assuming anybody who's gonna watch the video back might be happy that I'm stupid enough to be like, what?
No, that's fine. We all start somewhere.
We all need to go through it slowly. I'm playing.
Exactly. Okay, so
vehicle. Okay.
So
we'll
here's
drive.
your.
How we going to drive?
This is
Oh,
your
I
main
see
method
it.
down here.
Wait,
Yep.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, it says-
Oh, hold on, I'll stop talking. You guys hash it out. Let's see. I'm gonna get water.
Wait, how are we getting flying plane? Because I see my vehicle that drive. Is that is at the main, and then it's at the top where it says class vehicle, public void drive. But then it's okay. Wait, public class plane extend vehicle. Okay.
Look at
Remember
Look
this.
at
It's
number-
typecasting.
yeah, look at number 7. It's basically the same question as number 7. Almost.
Remember the Mike Hawk stuff?
Yeah.
That's what this is. So we're saying, oh, this is the vehicle, but the vehicle is a plane. So if what am I driving? I'm driving a plane. That makes sense. Remember this stuff right here with the boat?
No, I get it now because it has it. Sorry.
There you go.
I get it now a little bit because I noticed that it says vehicle, my vehicle equal plane. So we're pulling from
Plane.
the class plane, which is extending from vehicle, and then it prints out flying plane.
So it's C.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Usually
So
I
that's
think of this
where
as
it
like
gets flying plane from.
If you
have
look
a-
at
yeah, that makes
question, if you look at question 7, like go back and look at question 7, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just
Yeah, like the
Plane
information is getting it
extends
from.
vehicle, and that's why it's flying plane.
Yo, does he like purposely put like the important shit at the bottom of the code or something, or is that like we have to do it like
Right? The fuck?
that?
You have to write it like this. That's what's throwing me off.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right.
It's pretty
Question
annoying.
11.
Think of it like this. You drive a vehicle. Not every vehicle is a plane, but every plane is a vehicle. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
if I come into the code and I say to you, hey, I got a vehicle. Oh, cool. What is it? Oh, it's a plane. Oh, drive your plane. You're not going to say I'm driving my vehicle. You're going to say I'm flying my plane. You know what I mean? So when I call the drive function, what it is because this is typecasted. This runs up into the top and it says, okay, drive, but this is typecasted as a plane, which is an inheritance class. So then we're going to come down here, right? I'm sorry, it's really messy, but and we're going to drop in here and then we're going to print out flying plane. Does that make a little bit sense? Remember earlier, like over here with the numbers? So in this instance, we had fast boat, new boat, and then we printed fast boat. And that went down to the vehicle, and then we got boat. But when we tried to pass an integer through, this right here was giving us an error, and it wouldn't run because we're not passing any number through. But then when we pass a number through right here, 69, when we pass it through, it stays at vehicle, and it would print vehicle. Remember that? And then when we put integer XA there, and we put in this nasty number, it goes here, it goes, okay, that's good. But then it goes, wait, we can pass it again. Boom, because this is a boat. So we want to get it as close to boat as possible, which we can. Does that make sense? So over here, you're not passing anything through, but you're saying, hey, let's drive my vehicle. Okay, driving the vehicle. Wait a minute. Vehicle. My vehicle is a plane. Put it in the plane. Flying plane. That's a lot of talking. I'm sorry. All righty. Does that help a little bit? I can ramble a lot, I know.
Oh no, you're good. It does help.
Okay.
The
That's
story
good.
kind of throws it off a bit because, like, you're saying, like, my vehicles and planes, that it throws me off a little bit. But
The naming is annoying. Here's what I'll do. Let's see. Let's try this. This is the fast boat stuff. Thankfully, this code is a lot easier to type out. Let me do this because I hate it when teachers do that, when it's like the name is confusing. So here's what I'm going to do. We're creating the vehicle class. Wait, no, actually, let me do the main class first. Vehicle. Vehicle just looks weird. The more I'm looking at it. So I have my class. Well, I'm sorry, no, my vehicle. What's your, let's see, Zai, what's your car's name?
my car name is a Kia Rio.
A Kia? Like that? Okay. So your car is a Kia, but it's not a car. Actually, it's going to be a plane. You know, kind of like how boats have names, planes have names and whatever. So instead, then what we're going to do, we're going to print a Kia. I'm sorry, we're going to drive a Kia. So then we go public, I'm sorry, class vehicle public void drive system dot out dot print driving. Cool. Shit. There we go. And then we have public class plane extends vehicle. Public. Why isn't this playing along? Public class. Oh, wait a minute. Why isn't this playing friendly? Public type plain must be defined in its own file. What in the fuck does that mean? Foil. It recognizes it. Did I miss a bracket? What's the answer for 10? C, yeah. Plain. Public void drive system dot out dot print on line plain vehicle public void drive open bracket system dot out dot print public class plain, unless he had a typo in his shit. I don't.
Okay.
Am I going crazy? Like, am I missing something?
Like, I'm gonna be able to tell. Let me see. Let me look at his brackets. 1, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let me try it. I'm gonna quickly Google this. Basically, the way.
Shit, I really don't know. You got them in the brackets in the right place. Let me see.
Yeah, contains huh? Can't have two public classes in one Java file. What?
I don't understand these damn errors.
Yeah, this is okay. Let's try this. I think I understand maybe why he.
But I get the question now. Shit, I don't want to be, wasting everyone else's time if they watch the recorded video.
Oh yeah, that's true. We are recording.
In his code,
I mean, you're good. Wait, so what was this number 11? What was the answer?
10. 10 is
Oh,
flying
God.
plane.
Like, I get it because where it says
Oh,
vehicle
yeah,
by
no, yeah.
vehicle, it's getting information from the plane, like from that method. So that's why I
Yeah.
would print out.
Yeah, it's the
plane
same as
instead
number
of
7.
drive.
Like
Yeah.
exactly like number 7.
in
A
his
Kia
code,
is
he
a plane.
has the brackets after args instead of string. I don't know if that makes a difference.
After
Like in the public static void main, he has string args brackets instead of string brackets args.
oh,
But I don't know if that changes anything. I don't know how that works. I usually do string brackets.
yeah, it doesn't change anything. Okay, well, as long as we understand, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
All right. Number 11, people, teacher, principal, main. So we have Principal Tim.
Oh yeah, I already knew how to get this one. This one was the difficult one.
Yeah, so we have Principal Tim. This is weird, but okay. Because then Tim equals new principal.
You gotta understand though that one of them, it's an abstract class of people. So I don't think we even focus on principles.
The answer I have for this, okay, here's the notes that I have for number 11. It says, the note says abstract method within a class will automatically make the class abstract. Every subclass of the class people needs to be abstract and needs to have print info displayed. and then I have a question mark on this one because I wasn't sure, but it says principal class doesn't have the print info because it is not a direct child of the main class. So this right here, so what we're seeing is here it says print. This is the abstract kind of function here, print info. Then this goes public void print info. But then we don't need that in the principal class because it's it's like separated from the main one. It's like a subclass of a subclass. Does that make sense? So it works. And okay, your connection is really bad. I can't really understand you. Can you say it again? Whoever was trying to talk. Okay, never mind. So with this, we're gonna go with Tim print info. Be in child class teacher. I sure hope Tim isn't a child class teacher. So that's this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This one's actually kind of stumping me. I don't really know this one. Like I don't know the why.
What does it say the answer is?
Oh, the answer is B.
Is B. I might can reverse, try to come up with some wonky ass explanation later if we're all drawing blanks. Because us putting in the code and then trying to reverse it might take a little minute. You know,
Yeah,
like figure out what's doing what.
It's a lot of typing.
From
Let's
one
try
of the
some-
ones I got from the Discord, it says you must have the abstract methods inside all your other inherited classes. For example, print info. There is no error as print info is inherited from teacher to principal.
Let's try this. Damn. All right, never mind. The way I'm kind of thinking of it is like with abstract methods, I think of it kind of like number 7. Remember how number 7, like when we passed an integer value, they all had to pass an integer value for it to print the boat. That's kind of like this right here. This has to have like this abstract right here. It's carried on here with the print info. But if we look here, it says print information, not print info. So when we call print info, we start at the top and we go, okay, print info, abstract, print info, abstract, but that's it. There are no deeper layers to go to. Does that make sense? Awesome. Okay, next question. I didn't get any kind of whatchamacallit, pushback, so we're gonna keep moving.
I'll definitely review. I'll make sure I review 11 a hell of a lot.
Yeah. Okay, this
Alright,
one's messy. So we got the number 12. I actually don't have an answer for 12. Because that was when class ended and I had to go to work and he kept going. Well, he didn't even really keep going because I have 13 anyway. This one right here, I find that it's usually better to draw out complicated ones like this.
Yeah, I might have to do it step by step. 1 minute.
So we establish a vehicle variable, and then we're also establishing a car variable. My vehicle is a new vehicle, my car. So car is getting typecasted as a new car. When we print info for the new vehicle, this is gonna go up here. It's gonna go print info. And because this is just a vehicle, it's gonna type vehicle. My car says print info. So we're gonna go up to print info. We're going to try to pass through the car. And then it's going to come and say, here's print info, and it'll print car. So my best guess is gonna be B on that one. Does anyone
Cause
know?
yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You
I'm sorry. I was driving somewhere with bad service.
No,
What I
you're
want
good.
to say, I
okay.
said they stated, yeah, they stated it was B because vehicle is an abstract class and it's being called by my vehicle. To new my vehicle. That's
Oh,
what I got
wow.
down since it was an abstract class.
Yeah, I definitely wait. Where's my
Yeah, and
little
it's
notepad?
right. It says in an abstract like is a template for future classes laying out what each subclass should have or do in one condition. Abstract classes can't be initiated. That's what I got written down.
Okay. Let's see, there's 234 instances of the word abstract in this Java textbook I downloaded. So according to this, when we think of a class, we assume that programs will create objects of that type. Sometimes it's useful to declare classes called abstract classes for which you never intend to create objects, because they're used only as superclasses in inheritance hierarchies. We refer to them as abstract superclasses. These classes cannot be used to instantiate objects because we'll soon see abstract classes are incomplete. Subclasses must declare the missing pieces to become concrete classes from which you can instantiate objects. Otherwise, these subclasses too will be abstract. We demonstrate abstract classes in section 10.5. So that, I didn't get anything out of that. Okay. Anyway. Number 13. Okay, you guys give this a look. I'm gonna fill my cup with water. Getting really thirsty. I'll be right back.
okay. I'm drawing like massive blanks.
I don't think it's C because it's not using toString.
Yeah, no, I don't know why, but I immediately was assuming that it could be A.
Okay, 13. Oh God. Arrays. Ew. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Public static void main. I'll be totally honest. The whole like whether it's void and whatnot still doesn't click that well for me. I'm gonna be honest. But continuing.
Yeah.
Which is probably like
Man.
super bad, but I don't have the time to like research void. Anyway. Test array, new test 3. So we create 3 things within the test array for integer x equals 0 as long as it's less than 3. Do that. So array x. Whoa. So array 0 equals new test. Interesting. So this is like an array of objects. It's kind of like it gives me like 2D array vibes for C.
Yeah.
So private integer x, public test.
I don't see how the array wouldn't be all ones because it's three. This dot x equals 1 for each integer that's passed in the for loop.
Hold on. I think here's what I'm thinking, right? Array at 0 is -1. That's the data within it. But when we look at our return statement, that's quotation, that's returning a string, which is why it's C. So according to the notes that I have here, it says first line creates 3 references of test array. So this is this right here, 3 references. And then I say this dot x is not required for the class test. I don't know why, I just have that written. And then I have it saying that we are returning a string. So when we print out the array at 0, think of it like this, array at 0, think of it, see on this for loop, we're kind of like assigning like values to array 0. If we were to do that, equals new test. So the new test comes in, it sets x equal to -1, which is true, but we're returning a string, which is why it's C, you know, like you could put 1,000,000 in this right here. That wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
For some reason, I didn't realize that toString was getting used. I don't know why.
I think that's just because of the, when you're printing something, I think it, let me look into this. Hold on, let's see.
So you're saying it's C because of the string to string, the last statement returning X?
Let's see, hold on. Java public string to string. Okay. So according to this, if you print any object, the Java compiler internally invokes the toString method on the object. So overriding the toString method returns the desired output. It can be the state of an object, etc., depending on your implementation. Advantage of toString method. So and then they have a bunch of examples. This right here kind of would make it, this isn't just like a method name, like our test here. This is like an actual Java thing. Java, when you say print array, an array is having like this method, it says, oh, this is what when we print array, we're printing this, which makes sense because we've seen that above here as well. When we were having the return statement, remember this thing right here is return super dot toString When we printed fastboat, it knows to go here because of the toString thing.
Yeah.
You know, so when we're here down at number 13, when we say system print array this, and we look inside of the test class, we say, okay, there's toString. What's in here? Return X. That's how I'm thinking of it. Is it the right thought process? Your guess is probably as good as mine. That's how I see it. But according to this javapoint.com, the toString method it's used by the Java compiler to print like on an object to kind of print the information, you know?
Yeah. Okay. So because the integer is X and it's telling you to return X, that in itself has like the information that I assume is that string process.
This X, you see how it has quotation marks on it?
Yeah.
That is now that these quotations signify that it's a string. You know, so if I come into here, let's see, maybe I can do this. Return. Yeah. So if I say 1 like this, that's not, well, it's not going to like that because it's out of the value. Yeah, let's try it.
Yeah.
See how the 1 is kind of blue because it's an integer value? If I go like this, now it's green because that's returning a string. You know? So that's why it's going to be C here. Because you're literally printing that letter. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I understand. Okay.
Whoa, what the fuck happened here? Okay. That's not normal.
It's not fun.
Public class main, public static void main string, whatever. Array list, typecast it as the class test. Wait, no. Is that how it works? Array list. So an array list of 3. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. What was 14? Oh, I don't have an answer for 14.
It says it's XXX.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what one of the answer key says.
Yeah, we add a new object to each thing in the array list. The object has this. I think it's kind of the same.
It feels like the same thought process as the last question.
Mhm.
But yeah, no probs,
Yeah, because I'm looking at this, and so the test is gonna hold the X value 0, 1, 2 because of this for loop. And it's assigned down here. But then when we print it, yeah, when we're printing the array, which is the array list. So it's gonna be so in the thing, is it like this? Is it just like that? Or is it like X, is it like that?
It's horizontal. It's just XXX. Like that's what somebody put because they have the answer keys. They were nice enough to put it in the group chat.
Okay, that's fine then. Yeah, we'll just whatever. If it's like this, just choose XXX. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
So wait. So I understand where the first X comes from because it's returning the string, and then where does the other 2 come from?
Well, you're printing the array list here. So.
Oh, okay, and that's X.
Yeah. So with this, let's see if I'm right. Let me try to briefly remember. Array list. Equals new array list. And I think this is just going to store integer values. I think it goes like that. How the fuck do I do an array list again? Hold on. I'm still really shaky on these things. Oh, I have to import the. There we go. Now why is this throwing a fit? Okay, we just won't put a thing in the array list.
So is it returning 3 strings or
Yeah, the
3.
array list right here, when you print it, the array list is holding 3 values, right?
But those values are from return x and not this dot x equals x, right? Or is it this dot x equals x?
Here's how I'm kind of thinking about it. So you have, this is array. This is the name of it. Your array is holding 3 values inside of it, right? Well, it's holding, see, it says array dot add new test x. So this is going to be x gets passed through. So the value in here, it's going to be test. Shit, why did I write it so small? Test. This is how I'm kind of visualizing it here. Test. So these test values, this is holding 0, 1, 2. Now, again, I could be wrong, especially like I want to emphasize this for the recording too. This could be the wrong thought process, but here's how I'm seeing it, right? When we're printing it, the compiler, this right here, right? It's saying print the array. So in theory, you'd think that it would print these values, right? So then the compiler has like a lens that it likes to look through. This is how I think of it, right? So the lens goes over here and it looks at the first value. It goes, okay, let's print this. Return. What are we returning? X. Awesome. Right? And it says, okay, what's the next thing? Oh, fuck, I can't. Can I not? Okay, there you go. Next thing. Boom, print that. What are we returning? X. Does that make sense? Like it kind of scans through like that, you know? And then it says, does it again. It goes, okay, here, what are we returning? Return X string. If this said to return, if this said return array or something like that, I think you could have it print out 0, 1, 2. But because we have X as a string here, it scans through and it says, okay, print X, okay, print X. That's kind of how it's working. Computers are very dumb.
Yeah, no, that I get that. That makes sense.
Okay.
It seems like it's one of his like trick questions, kind of.
Yeah, kind of is. All this right here, everything here, like this for loop, everything here, it's kind of pointless. It's just meant to like throw you off.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. It actually was throwing me off.
Yep. Okay, public static. Child seed, new child. So it's typecasting it. We're printing child, so we're gonna get. It's gonna say so. It's typecasted as a child, so we're going.
Hello. There we go.
Okay. So here's how I'm thinking of it. Child. You have 1 and 2 get dropped right here. X gets set equal to 0. So then so X is 0 and then Y is still equal to 2. Then with this, it looks like super X. It looks like we are passing the value 0 into the super function up here, which sets everything equal to 0. Then we go this Y. This is also pointless because there's like no other instance here that we have to really change. So this is 2. And then when we print it out, we're going to the child class. And then this is going to the toString function. So this is going to be 0, 2 is what should be printed. 0, 2, A, number 15, A. Okay. Oh, there's actually a lot of notes on this one. Okay. So there's a lot of asterisks. I have written A was the original thought process. Removing X equaling 0 would make the answer C. Is that actually, that's pretty clear because
Yeah, that makes sense.
it would be 1, 2. And then I also have a quote from the teacher that I wrote down that says, "This question is not fair." And then I also have written, "This program doesn't even compile." Answer
Damn.
should be A. Super has to be called first. This has to go above this. Remove the X equals 0 and the code will run. But if we remove X equaling 0, okay, so these two have to be switched. That is, I don't understand why that would make or break the code.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this is actually a bit of a toughie.
Even if it didn't
Yeah.
compile on the exam, wouldn't we still put A?
Whoa, wait, there's a bunch of stuff in the chat here. Oh, Zai said she appreciated. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know people were typing here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was totally not reading it. Oh, I feel bad. Donut code is hard.
No, I
What's
mean,
donut code.
nobody was in
I'll show you. Hold on. Dev C++. Oh man, I would
Okay.
have showed you guys. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah, no, we were in there. Nobody was asking anything like very, very specific or of importance,
Yeah, no,
but
there was no like answer questions.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The donut code prints out a 3D donut. You know, so that's what that does.
wait, so the
Okay.
answer for 15 is A?
Yes. Well,
Uh,
kind of. Like yes-ish. Like yes, but with an asterisk. Because when we went through it in class, he said that it's A. But then like what someone like called out that it didn't work.
I think
So yeah.
even if it didn't work on the exam, I think we would still put A regardless.
yeah, that's just kind of fucked up though. Because what if like some super genius saw that and went, it wouldn't compile, put D, right? And then like he was like, oh, it's wrong, you know?
I don't think we'll have to worry all too much just because he did say that it was an unfair code.
Okay.
I'm not too
So
sure.
like, can you like briefly walk me through it, because it says child C is 1, 2, like the X and Y, and
Yeah.
it says private integer equals X, so I'm assuming that's just 1, and then public parent, no, class parent.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. So this right here, here's how we're gonna start, right? I'm gonna kind of rewrite everything. I'm gonna write over here. This is the value that X currently holds, and this is the value that Y currently holds. Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay.
So first thing we do, we make a child. Wow. Yeah. We create a child.
Yes.
And the child is passing through values 1 and 2. So these values, because it's a child, we drop them into the parent class. And then when we drop it into the parent class, we realize child is a subclass of parent. So this gets dropped into the child class. or something along those
Okay.
lines, right? So this gets dropped here.
I see.
So currently X holds the value 1, Y holds the value 2. Then what we get is in here, this is how we went through it the first time around. Now, according to the people in the class, this won't compile, but the thought process was X is then set equal to 0 right here. Right? And then the super class, this super sets, like this is 0 right here, you know, and that sets, that comes up here. Let's do a different color for that one. This brings 0 into the parent class, into the X value, which then drops it in here, setting X across the program, like across the program, equal to 0. Right?
Okay.
So X is still equal to 0, you know, like it's redundant, you know?
Yeah.
And then we go to the next line. This dot Y is equal to Y. Y is currently equal to 2. So across the program, we're setting Y equal to 2. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
That is the end of this child class right here. We return back to the main statement and we say system.out.print C. So we're printing the child. So we come down to the child class. Yep. And then we come down to the child class. Oh my God. I'm down to the child class. And then we say, we got to print it. So then we come down and we go to string. And then that's going to return X plus a white space plus Y, which here would be 0 white space 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of how that's working out. But the issue,
thanks.
Yeah, asterisk
really
though.
helpful.
Yeah, asterisk A, because according to people in class, this right here would not allow the code to compile, but this is how we did it with him. I was writing notes. I'm like, he said it was, I mean, I have a quote, you know, he says it's an unfair question to ask, you know, so
yeah.
In simple terms, like it works, but I guess the compiler doesn't like this. So anyway, number 16. Yeah. This one is a little bit different in that I'm seeing that X is protected. I don't know what that means. So we're gonna drop that. Oh, I already have protected classes in my practice list. Perfect. Also unrelated, my donut code. See if it'll run. See if Prince is spinning donut. It has to refresh faster, but that's probably really hard to see. Anyway. All right.
That was
16.
great.
Thanks. It was truly a cinematic masterpiece.
Yes.
Child C 1 2. In this instance, oh, okay. So look, we're also missing the X equals 0. So we drop 1 and 2, 1 2. Super X is equal to 1, so that goes up here. Whatever. This Y is equal to 2. Come back up to the main statement. Print child. So this is going to be A. Yeah. My only note on that is to practice with protected variables because I still don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Wait,
but it's the same as 15, no?
I can annotate on here. I should just do this instead. Okay. Sorry, you were saying?
So it's like the same steps as like 15, no?
Yeah, basically, except the main differences are you're not setting X equal to 0. And then down here, the X in the parent class is protected, whereas here it's set to private. I I wish I could tell you what the differences are, but I still have yet to practice that.
I got you, but I understand like the fundamental concept. So I'll just look into it later then.
No, that's good. Yeah. Okay. Number 17, child C, new child 1, 2, parent P, new parent 3. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah. So this one, here's what I'm thinking. So child 1, 2, 1, 2, super X. So that sets, this goes up here. So this is equal to 1. And then Y is just equal to 2. Parent, now we're dropping in 3. 3 is equal to X, da da da. System.out.print. Parent.x. This is none of the above. This isn't going to run. So this is D. What I have in my notes for this is that what I have, it says private integer X only setting to public or protected would allow the code to run. So our issue is that this is private and that we're trying, you can't print a private variable. You know, I think.
Oh, so in the class parent function or whatever, it's the private integer is keeping it from running properly.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Would that be the same for the Y in the child extend?
Because it does that previously as well. I think. Okay, so I don't want to have to type all this out. God damn it. Now, although my notes say that we can't print it because it's private like that.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, but
Yeah.
what I'm thinking as well is that, see how we have like, you know, we have the toString method within the child class. We don't have that within the parent class. So I
Yeah.
think that like the reason that we're able to do this, like print out like this, even though it's private, I think it's because we have the toString and we say, hey, we're just returning these values. We're just going to print them. In this instance, we're trying to directly access what X is. You know, like this is saying parent X.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, whereas up here, we're just saying, hey, print child. And then we come down here to the toString. We're not saying print C.Y.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Which one was
there's an extra process there allowing us to grab that data versus directly trying to grab a private integer.
Exactly.
I see.
Yeah, sorry, Nathan, you were saying something?
Was 16A? I wasn't here for a minute.
Yeah, 16 was A.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Okay, perfect. All right, on to 18 here. This is gonna be a long ass YouTube video. Okay.
Word.
I'm making like an annotated PDF too, like with like notes in it and stuff.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, I kind of did that when we were in class and all that stuff. So that's good. Then definitely share that too afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay, number 18. Child C, parent P, system P, whatever. 18, that is where. Wait, what the fuck? I have I have F as my answer. That's not an option.
Damn.
unless I fat fingered it and meant to type, well, D or C. It could be either of those.
Yeah, it could be D or C.
Let me check. That's actually kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Well, this one has the toString in it, so doesn't toString like override or something?
Well, hold on. So this has the system out print p dot x. Now, even though I wrote D, I'm sorry, not D, F, my note on this says all important things are public. So see the X variable is public here. And then it says Y is assigned to Y, which is this right here. And then it says can't initialize abstract class, question mark, instantiate. I've heard that word a lot more recently, and I still don't really know what that means. So I have to practice that. I'm going to write that down, actually. Where's my notepad? Gracias, pa. Alrighty.
Tienes que pelarlo un poquito, tiene la piel acá.
Está bien, pa. El micrófono está prendido. Está bien, ahora lo pelo. Está bien.
All right, 18
Gotta
is.
remind the family my microphone is really sensitive.
Oh no, you're good, dude. You're good. You're good. I'm only being able to do this now because my entire family is out the house, so they are very loud. And yeah, it says it's A.
A.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I can see that.
Wait,
how
why?
the fuck did I put F? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna annotate here on this screen. So if we look, so child, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to skip over child here because child right now is irrelevant. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, because here's what the important part is. Parent is set to 3. So this 3 is dropped into this X variable. And then it runs this function, setting X equal to 3 across the program. So then when you come to system.out.print, one thing we want to see here is that the X variable is public now, meaning we can directly access it. So when we do system.out.print p.x, we print out 3, which makes it A.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So
that
what
makes
if
sense.
if it was p dot y, then it would be you couldn't run it because it's private.
I think that.
Well, that's in child, so never mind.
Yeah,
that's
that's in
a
child.
little
If you did c.y, I don't think that would run.
Yeah,
but you
'cause
know
it's
what?
private
I could.
int
Yeah,
y.
I could type it out, right? I could type it out, maybe. Let's see. Where's this code? Let's try this. Here, you guys look at the next code in the meantime. While oh wow, that's a really long one though. Fuck.
It's not even worth it.
Yeah, new child. I'll try to be quick. Hold on. I don't want to be wasting too much time on this or whatever, you know, because I know we all got things to do and whatnot. So here we're gonna say I'm just gonna type it as it is, and then we'll mess around with it. Now this is a whole host of issues here. Oh, that's right. We have to make it abstract class parent public int x public parent int x this dot x equals x class child extends parent private int y public int x and y super x this dot y equals y turn x plus quote plus y. Okay. Why is this throwing a fit? What is this? What? Cannot instantiate the type parent. There's that word again. Instantiate. It's haunting me. Huh. Whoa. Okay, I don't know why it's not wanting to work. We're sure the answer is A on this one?
That's what I got.
It makes sense. I get it, you know. Let's try running it anyways. Let's see. Main method. Oh, it's a problem with my main method. Is that what it is? I don't have a main.
Oh yeah, you don't have static void main.
Fuck.
It has to be inside of your practice test class. So it'd be
Oh.
public class practice test.
Yeah, you're right. You're
static
right.
void main.
There we go. This still isn't liking it. Can I instantiate parent type? Oh, whatever. Maybe it'll still run. Can I instantiate the type parent type? Huh.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah.
Says blank is an abstract class. You cannot create an instance of it. You can potentially do something like public class blank extends blank.
Could change this from abstract to public. That fixes it. But then that makes that. It's A. Let's just stick with that. It's A. If that's what we're the consensus is for us, that this oh my god, this fish still has like the scales on it. That's crazy. That's what my dad was talking about. Okay. Anyway. Main. You guys can still see my screen, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we're almost done. We're almost done. We got 3 questions. 4. Wait, 1, 2, whatever. Okay. A few. 19. New child, da 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 da. System out of print C. C. 1, 2. I have my notes here say prints from the bottom. Parent has a 2 string. We just don't need it. So we see here the parent class has that it did. Where does the fuck? I guess not. I have that in quotations, so he probably said it in class. If you have a reference to a type of parent and you use that reference to run a method subclass, then you would have to cast dot D or just cast. All right, 19 makes sense. It's kind of the same rules that we have been going on for the last couple hours.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, number 20. Interesting. Okay. So this goes system.out print c.print. So when we're within the child class, we go into the print and we're going to return the y value, which is going to be, well, according to this, it's D. None of the above. My assumption was that it would print 2. My notes here say parent abstract method and print. Oh, print takes nothing. We have to pass a value through here. Because it's not like a 2-string statement, it's a print statement. 2-string is a default thing.
So is this one D?
Yep. According to my notes here, number 20, parent abstract method, print takes nothing. Abstract method, public abstract void print, not implemented within the child class, so the code won't run. This right here has to be put in. Public int print would have to be public void print for the code to run. That's if we were to change that, I think. So I think it's just a few little things. It's a double whammy question. That one's a bit rough. All right, 21. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, this isn't too bad. Okay. Because this is, think of it like it's an array, basically. So in position 0, new child, 1, 2. So then we're passing these into the print statement. So child 1 gets put in here. And then it goes into the print statement. And it, okay. In terms of what I said earlier, like nothing gets passed through here, I would say ignore that. Because the answer that I have here is B, which makes sense because think of it like this. You have 1 and 2 for here. So 1 and 2 are getting, they're obviously passed into this, right? 1 and 2. But then when they get called to print, this right here goes down into this value. And then this is going to print the y value. And this even sets y equal to 2 across the program. So then the print, so the output right now, we have printed the value 2. Then when we come here, this right here, let's try a different, like a much more different color. P1 goes down to print. If we keep in mind 3 and 4 has been passed into, 3 and 4 has been passed into these values. Z has been standardized. So Z is 4 right here. So then when we call the print function, we're printing Z. So the output becomes 2, 4. My notes for this say print method runs print inside child. Abstract method is implemented from the superclass to the extended classes. So you'll see that the abstracts are passed on. So you have it there. And then you have it. Then you have it. Maybe not. Maybe not.
So 4 becomes int Z instead of like int Y.
Yeah.
So we're printing Y and Z, not just Y twice.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, which even then, I think that if Z in child 2, if this was Y, I think it wouldn't matter too much, because when you pass it through, this right here, the this dot Z would, if that was this dot Y, then you're updating the value of Y. So I don't think it would change too much if it was Y anyways. That's what I'm assuming. And then I also have written at the top of the question where you initialize the array, there's the mark 2 of type child, where there would be a child reference if it was child 2 question mark. Wait, what am I writing here? I don't think there would be a child 2 reference in child 1. Never mind. Oh, I'm quoting him. Never mind. It's because there's no specific child class. What's P? It's the reference something in terms of an array. Oh my God. P is the array. So yeah, both children are inherited by the same parent and they cannot be referenced across to each other. So you have like your parent, and then you have like C1, C2. Can't have it any other way. Can't reference each other. Okay, that makes sense. 22. So child has 2 values. Chile. All right, P0. Public child. I don't think this would run. Oh, I don't have an answer for this written, apparently. Must have missed it. According to this, my notes say P is an array with 2 child references, no objects. P brackets is just a reference, not going to work because they don't have any constructors. Replacing P with child would cause it to run, question mark. So there's no, like, nothing's getting passed through. I think that's what a constructor is. There's just nothing. It's just nothing there. You know?
There's no values getting passed.
Yeah, exactly. So nothing like it wouldn't work.
Okay.
Alrighty, and that's all of them. That's all of it. Holy shit, that's exhausting. Oh, hey. How long has this person been waiting? Hansley Ledger is trying to join. Oh my goodness. Hansley, how long have you been waiting? You haven't been waiting too long, have you?
No.
Okay, that's good. So we just got to the end of all the questions. So what I'm going to say now is, are there any specific questions you guys may have from the review entirely? Don't all rush at the same time.
I understand it.
Yeah, like it makes some sense, you know.
Makes a lot more sense after like breaking it down and going over it.
Yeah, I find that too. Like I go to class and I sit there, and when he starts programming and stuff, I'm like, I struggle with following along, but sitting down and just talking through it, that's how I function, you know.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. You got anything, Hansley?
Yeah. How about for question 10? I'm like a little bit confused for that one.
Oh, the plain one. Yeah. 10 is so one of the things you want to take into consideration is that when you establish a variable like this,
Right.
saying that it's a new plane is a form of typecasting in Java. So
Okay.
when you're saying, hey, my vehicle dot drive, what we find is that this empty bracket it goes into the main vehicle function, and then it says the program thinks to itself, this is a typecasted airplane. So then it drops down into the drive, and then it prints whatever's in there. And that's why
Okay.
it's C. If you missed it earlier, but we had a similar situation with, I don't remember which question this was exactly, but it was a situation where it was a fast boat. So what in this instance with this program here, the vehicle is typecasted as a boat, fast boat, and then we put it into the print method. So what it would do is it passes through, comes into boat, prints boat. Now, the second question had integer X here in the vehicle class. And this wouldn't run because you're not passing a value through. And then we found that if we do put a value inside of this function call, the method call,
Mhm.
it goes into the vehicle class. And then because there's nothing to pass through into the boat subclass, it stays here. And then it prints vehicle. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello? Neil, we
There
can
you
hear
go. I was gonna say, did you want to try wrapping this up a bit, because I know the video is hella long.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna.
Yeah.
I'll wrap up the video, and then we'll. And then we'll just go over basic, just whatever's. So let me see. Let me stop sharing this for just a second, and then we're going to stop recording.